A group of frogs were hopping contentedly through the woods, going about their froggy business, when two of them fell in a deep pit. All of the other frogs gathered around the pit, to see what could be done to help their companions. When they saw how deep the pit was, the rest of the dismayed group agreed that it was hopeless, and told the two frogs in the pit that there was no hope for them. Unwilling to accept defeat, the two frogs began to jump with all their strengths. Some of the frogs shouted into the pit that it was hopeless, while some of the frogs shouted into the pit that they should save their energy and give up. Since the two frogs were unwilling to accept defeat, they continued to jump as hard as they could. After several hours of desperate effort, they were quite weary. Finally, one of the frogs took heed to the calls of its fellows. Spent and disheartening, it quietly resolved itself to its fate. Laying down at the bottom of the pit, defeated. The other frog continued to jump with every ounce of energy it had, although its body was filled with pain and completely exhausted. Its companions began to yell at it to accept defeat and give up. The weary frog could not accept any defeat, but jumped harder than before. Finally, it leapt so high that it sprang out of the pit. Amazed, the frogs celebrated his miraculous freedom and asked it, "Why did you continue jumping, after we told you it was hopeless?" Reading their lips, the astonished frog explained to them that he was deaf, and that when he saw their gestures and shouting, he thought they were cheering him on. What it perceived as an encouragement inspired it to try harder, and succeeded against all odds. While the other frog who accepted defeat was stuck in the pit and died. Sometimes you face difficulties which need strength to overcome without defeat. Strength does not come from winning. It is your struggles that develop strengths. When you go through difficulties and decided not to surrender, that is strength. So, everything you need to accomplish your goals is already in you, because God has given you the power to overcome defeat. Sometimes, when you are in a dark place, you may think you have been buried, but actually you have been planted. We only realize that we are strong when we stumble upon challenges in life. There is no other way to overcome these challenges except to be strong and face them with all your might. God gave you this life because He knew you were strong enough to live it. So, do not be discouraged. It is often the last key in the bunch that opens the lock. When the world says, "Give up," let hope whispers, "Try one more time." Isaiah 41, verse 10 says, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." So, believe in God. Always be encouraged in His word at all times. Soon, when all is well, you are going to look back on this period of your life and be glad that you never gave up. So, hold on to God for strength. He will lift you up in no time. He is your strength. He will not disappoint you. Stay blessed.